AutoRevzz back again. I hope you guys are doing well. So guys, today I have with me the brand new KTM RC390. As always in this video as well, we are going to talk about the design, features, performance, pricing. By the end of the video, I'll also tell you guys who should particularly buy this bike. Now let's really start off this video. Before starting the video, if you have any question, you can surely ask it to me on Instagram. You can also write it down in the comments. And I've also reviewed the TVS Apache RR310, so you can basically check out all those videos on Instagram. Which next bike or car would you like to see? You can also let me know that. Now let's not waste time. Let's quickly start off with the walk around, talking about the front profile. So here, as you can see, this is how the front profile of the bike actually looks like. Now here you have this windscreen, which will help you when you are in that dedicated riding position. Now here, attention to detail is really very nice. Here, as you can see, these are the dots which you get right here. Here you have this orange strip KTM sticker as well. Talking about the headlights, now each and every light here is an LED unit. So this is your LED headlight, this is basically your LED turn indicator, this is your LED DRL right here, and these are the mirrors which you have, and these are quite functional mirrors actually, because they are kind of very good in terms of the length. So here, as you can see, it actually provides you a very good and decent view of what's behind. So that's much about the front profile. Now moving on to the side. So here, as you can see, here you have MotoGP inspired bodywork. I particularly love this color. So this is the factory blue, which KTM calls it. Now you also do get an electric orange, which is another color which you have right here. So let me show it to you up close. So here you have this RC390 KTM sticker. This matte blue finish actually looks very nice on this bike. Here you have your 13.7 liter fuel tank. This orange color definitely stands out. It is a looker of a motorcycle. It definitely makes a lot of heads turn as well. So this is how it looks like. Talking about the front tire profile, so here, as you can see, let me actually find it out somewhere over here. So here it is 110/70 R17. That's the tire profile which you get right here. Here you have WP Apex USD front suspension. And talking about the disc brake, here you have a 320 mm disc brake at the front with radial calipers. Here you have this reflector as well. And that is about the tires and the suspension setup. This is how the side profile of the bike looks like. It looks very sharp, it looks very aggressive, it looks very aerodynamic as well. Here you have your 373cc liquid cooled engine, which produces 43.5 PS of power and 37 Newton meters of torque. At the back here you have your WP monoshock suspension, which is by the way adjustable by 10 notches, so you can basically adjust that. This is how the exhaust look like. It actually looks as if you have fitted a aftermarket one, but this is the stock one which you have right here. I really love the way they have done the exhaust, and I'll also start the motorcycle so that you guys can listen to the exhaust note. And talking about the rear tire profile, now here, as you can see, again I'll have to find it out somewhere over here. So it is 150/60/17. so that's the tire profile which you have. At the back you have a wider rubber. Here you have 230 mm disc brake. Here you have tire hugger, and this is how the rear profile of the KTM RC390 looks like. Here you have this vertical sort of LED tail light. Here you have LED turn indicators, tire hugger, reflector. Here you have a sari guard. Talking about the seat, now here you have a very premium kind of a seat provided. So here, as you can see, the quality, it is sort of a velvet sort of a treatment which they have provided. Here you have the RC badge as well, and this is how the pillion seat looks like. Here you can open the pillion seat as well, and here you have grab rails to hold on to. And like I told you, here you basically have a metal tank. This is a metal 13.7 liter fuel tank which you have right here. You obviously have quick shifter, you have ABS, traction control system as well. And now let's have a look at the instrument cluster, the console right here. So here you have this TFT display ready to race. It shows you. Here you have a few controls from, you can basically toggle through the infotainment or instrument cluster. So here, as soon as you press the set button, here it will show you your motorcycle settings. So you can basically switch on and switch off the ABS. Here you have option for your quick shifter as well, so you can basically switch on and switch off the quick shifter as well. It basically helps you to upshift and downshift without pressing the clutch, and it is a very useful feature. Here you have motorcycle traction control system, so you can basically turn on and turn off that as well. Here you have settings, so you can basically get into all those things: Bluetooth, display setting, a shift light, clock, date, unit, language, service, and extra function, which is the again your cornering ABS and motorcycle traction control system. Here you have trip data, so you can basically choose from trip 1, trip 2, and your warning light. So here it will show you your service warning, side stand indicator as well. And that's much about the instrument cluster. Here you have your speedometer, digital tachometer is again a digital unit, and here you basically have your gear indicator as well, and your emergency lights. Now here you have your switch for high beam, low beam, and pass light switch. And here you have your button for indicator. This is how the horn sounds like. Yeah, you from here can basically switch on and switch off the motorcycle. From here, this is basically your um engine kill switch. And here you obviously have clip-on handlebars, and here you basically also do get risers. These are 10 mm risers which you have right here. So once you hit the track, you can basically remove the risers, and you can basically lower the handlebar for a much dedicated riding position. So guys, I think I've spoken a lot about the instrument cluster. I have spoken a lot about the bike. Now it's time to switch on the motorcycle and let's listen to its exhaust note. So here, let's switch it on. And I've also made a dedicated video on Instagram, so you can basically check out those shots. I hope you guys like the exhaust note as well. Now guys, I think I've spoken a lot about the motorcycle. I've already given you guys a detailed walk around. Now it's time to start talking about its performance, talking about the engine. The engine is really very nice. It is refined lower down, and as soon as you rev it hard and fast, it actually sounds kind of sporty, and it actually produces very good amount of power and pickup. It provides you very good amount of power and pickup for you to actually maneuver the bike in the city as well as on the highways. So that is about the engine. It produces 43.5 PS of power and 37 Newton meters of torque. Now it comes paired to a 6-speed gearbox, which is again a very smooth shifting unit. It gets ABS, it gets traction control system, it gets quick shifter. Quick shifter actually helps you to upshift and downshift without pressing the clutch, and it works really very smoothly. Here you are, the clutch is again on the lighter side. The weight of the bike is 172 kgs, and the ground clearance is 153 mm right here, and it is not really a very heavy bike, so that won't be an issue. Although the seat height is 835 mm, so for your reference, my height is somewhere around almost 5'7", and I can basically touch only my toes to the ground. So that's the situation right now. So if you are 5'6", I think you should be 5'6" or 5'5". Even if you are 5'5", you should be able to manage the motorcycle, and because the weight is kind of less. So that is about the engine, gearbox as well as the seat height. Now it's time to talk about your ride quality. So ride quality is on the softer side, which is amazing. So it provides you very good amount of comfort when you drive it through bad roads, broken roads, or rumbler strips as well. And talking about the handling, it should have weighed up a little bit more. I think it is because of the weight of the bike. The weight is less. That's the reason why you don't really feel that heftiness once you are doing high speeds. But although the handlebar is kind of maneuverable, and it provides you decent amount of communication as well. So that is about the ride and handling balance. Like I told you, it gets ABS, traction control system, all of those safety features are there. So guys, I think I've spoken a lot about the motorcycle. Now it's time to come on to the price point. Talking about the brakes are again really very nice, so I'm pretty impressed by the braking as well. So guys, talking about the vibration, there are a few vibrations on your fairing right here, and there are a few vibrations which can be felt on your foot pegs as well post 4000 rpm. So yeah, that's about it. Now guys, talking about its price. Now the extreme price of the RC390 is 3,14,000, somewhere around that, and on road it might cost you somewhere around 3,85,000 rupees, depending on the state and depending on the insurance and stuff like that. If you want to know the exact on road price, you can DM me on Instagram with your location and contact number, and I'll get back to you with the on road pricing. So guys, I think I've covered most of the thing. Now talking about who should particularly buy this bike. If you need a bike which is really very powerful, now the engine produces very good amount of thrust, but it does not really scare you silly. So that's a good thing about the engine. It produces very good amount of power and pickup, so it will definitely put a smile on your face, although it is not going to scare you silly. So that's I'm pretty impressed by that aspect of the RC390. So if you want a punchy engine, if you want a bike to ride in the city that should provide you very good amount of comfort and with good brakes, then this is the bike to go with. I think I'll definitely recommend this particular bike at that price point. And again, not to forget the design, the looks of the motorcycle are stellar looks right here. It definitely it makes its presence felt out on the road. it will definitely it will definitely make a lot of heads turn as well. So guys, I think I have covered most of the things about the bike, and yeah, that's much about it actually. If you have any question, you can surely ask it to me on Instagram. By the way, talking about a negative point, now obviously getting on and off the motorcycle is a bit of a task, so you need to know that as well, because the seat height first of all is a bit on the higher side, and you obviously will have to factor in your pillion seat as well. And the pillion seat, obviously it's not the best, when it comes to comfort as well. So that's about the seat. The seat could have could have done with a bit more cushioning, so that's again which something which could have been improved, and obviously a bit more of an attractive price would have been a nicer touch, but I think I'm getting greedy right here. So guys, I think I've covered most of the things about the KTM RC390. I hope you guys like this video. If you have any question, you can surely ask it to me on Instagram, and I'll be more than happy to answer most of your doubts. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, drive safe, ride safe. Bye bye.